That's it. I am done. I am out. Last cigarette ever.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 dark truths about How I Met Your Mother.
All my friends told me Abby be strong. He doesn't deserve another chance,
No.
I forgive you.
No.
For this list, we'll be looking at some of the reported behind-the-scenes facts about the sitcom, its cast, and its legacy. Did any of these dark truths shock you? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. The Mosby kids always knew how the show would end.
I'm gonna tell you an incredible story. The story of how I met your mother.
Are we being punished for something?
No?
Yeah, is this gonna take a while?
Yes.
Have you ever wondered how Luke and Penny Mosby never seemed to age for 9 seasons? Since the creators had no idea how long the show would run, they filmed the kids' scenes early on and made their actors sign contracts to keep the ending a secret.
You made us sit down and listen to the story about how you met Mom, yet Mom is hardly in the story. No. This is a story about how you're totally in love with Aunt Robin.
Can you imagine having to carry a secret like that for 9 years? David Henry, who played Ted and Tracy's son, shared that his friends would try and wrangle an answer out of him when they'd go out drinking, but he stayed quiet.
So, that girl you were talking to, that was Mom?
Kids, every story in a man's life is like a dot in an impressionist painting. And when
That's a no?
Yeah, that's a no.
He didn't even tell his own mother. Now that's next level secret keeping if you ask us. Number 9. 3 failed spin-offs.
I am so sorry. I went to the one on the west side. I was beginning to think that you'd forgotten about me.
The creators and CBS tried to recapture the show's magic with a 2014 spin-off called How I Met Your Dad. This version would see Greta Gerwig in the Ted Mosby role, with Meg Ryan rumored to play her older counterpart. However, the pilot wasn't picked up.
I've dusted off this ancient blue contraption called a typewriter to tell you something very important indeed. The story of How I Met Your Dad.
Attention, people of New York, my name is Sally.
There was a screenwriting attempt in 2016 creatively titled How I Met Your Father, but it never even got off the ground. The following year, whispers of another potential spin-off arose, with Allison Bennett slated to pen the script, but it didn't make it past early development. Just as we thought lightning couldn't possibly strike twice, though, we finally got our spin-off in 2022.
Because I want to tell you the story of how I met your father.
I already know how you met Dad.
You know the basics. But it's time for me to tell you the unabridged version.
Number 8. How I Met Your Mother did not film in front of a live studio audience. These days, many multicam sitcoms are filmed in one day in front of live audiences. But not many sitcoms feature flashbacks and flash forwards as prominently as How I Met Your Mother.
Kids, something you might not know about your Uncle Marshall is that he's always been good at games. I mean unbeatable.
Gin. Yahtzee! Poker!
An episode was filmed in a silent studio over about 3 days to accommodate all these time jumps. This gave them more freedom to create dynamic stories without worrying if their studio audience could keep up with a narrative filmed out of sequence.
Well, we know it's not me.
Everything's fine. These things take time.
Not with an Erickson. Something must be wrong with you.
Audiences were then showed the finished episode during screenings, and their laughter was edited in later. As fun as it would have been to watch a live recording, we have to admit that their methods definitely complement the storytelling.
What else could I do? I'm so inspired by you. That hasn't happened for the longest time.
Number 7. Josh Radnor's dog allergy.
I have found the future Mrs. Ted Mosby. Marshall, how have I always described my perfect woman?
Let's see. She likes dogs?
I've got 5 dogs.
If you recall, when we first met Robin, she had 5 adorable dogs. But when she starts dating Ted, he makes her give them all up since they were gifts from ex-boyfriends. What a jerk, right?
What, so when you look at my dogs, all you see is my ex-boyfriends?
I do now.
Well, the truth is that actor Josh Radnor is allergic to dogs. So with Ted and Robin sharing more screen time as a couple, this became a problem. The show even had to keep paramedics on set just in case he suffered a strong allergic reaction. Reportedly, Radnor managed to get through most scenes with his canine co-stars, thanks to, quote, some Claritin and some thorough vacuuming. Talk about a rough day at work.
I gave my dogs away to my aunt.
You what?
Yeah, just for a few months as a test run, but I think it's for the best.
Number 6. Allison Hannigan and Jason Segel's finale reactions. Fewer sitcom finales have been more divisive than How I Met Your Mother's.
What, I just call her up on the phone and ask her out on a date?
Yes!
And that's something you guys would want?
Yes!
And it wasn't just the fans who felt slighted. Allison Hannigan believes that the last episode was too rushed and divulged that several poignant scenes that were ultimately cut could have given audiences the closure they deserved.
All I could do was thank God. Thank every God there is or ever was or will be, and the whole universe and anyone else I could possibly thank.
Meanwhile, Jason Segel confessed that he never even watched the finale, saying, quote, "There is something for me about leaving the show with an ellipses. I like that in my own mind, it's still alive." We wonder if they would have reacted differently if the creators decided to run with the alternative ending that stops on a much more hopeful note.
Hi.
See? Easy. And that, kids, is How I Met Your Mother.
Number 5. Allison Hannigan's daughter was fired from playing Daisy.
And if she's born outside of the US, she could never become president.
It's a girl?
Oh, I don't know, but in my mind, I kind of think she is.
As many fans know, some of the main gang's significant others had the occasional guest spot on the show. Well, Allison Hannigan was hoping to turn it into a whole family affair when she advocated for her daughter to play Lily and Marshall's second kid, Daisy. If you recall, the baby only briefly appears in the flash-forward Italy scene.
Mi bellissimi bambini. Buongiorno, Marvin. Buongiorno, Daisy.
However, when co-creator and executive producer Carter Bays saw the infant, he decided that she was too old and replaced her with a smaller tot. Hannigan jokingly expressed outrage at the blatant ageism, humorously pointing out that they can't fire her for being too old. Well, that's showbiz for ya.
Yeah, I'm just tired, and when I get tired, I get cranky.
Really? I couldn't imagine you cranky.
Really? I couldn't imagine you cranky.
Number 4. Allison Hannigan hated kissing her on-screen smoker husband.
Hey!
Smoked.
Yes, I smoked. And it was my third of the day. You know what that means? I'm a smoker now. It's all over.
Marshmallow and Lily Pad shared smokin' chemistry throughout the show's run. However, Hannigan revealed that she hated kissing actor Jason Segel because he was a smoker. According to the actress, Segel tried things like gum or mints to conceal the stench, but they didn't help. So, in true How I Met Your Mother fashion, the duo waged a bet to help him kick the habit. For every cigarette he smoked, he would have to pay her $10, but after just one day, he racked up $200. Realizing it would be less costly to quit, he decided to go cold turkey. However, about a year later, stress reportedly drove him back to his vice.
I even bought a pack on the way home, and a lighter, and a Vikings lamp, which has nothing to do with anything, but I saw it in the window and I liked it.
Number 3. Neil Patrick Harris opposed Britney Spears' guest appearance. How I Met Your Mother boasted a slew of notable guest stars, including the pop princess. Spears played Stella's sweet receptionist, Abby, who later teams up with Barney to teach Ted a lesson.
Okay, Barney, you can stop.
Stop what, Ted? Stop being in love? Next he'll ask us to stop breathing.
We can't stop breathing, Ted.
However, if it was up to Neil Patrick Harris, Spears wouldn't have landed the gig. The actor wasn't in favor of the show's so-called selling out by relying on stunt casting to boost ratings.
My bed was broken. I just have to make sure they fixed it.
Then if it's fixed, can we have sex on it and then go shopping?
I like you.
Still, Spears' episode reportedly brought in an additional 1 million viewers, and Oops, She Did It Again returned for a second episode. Alicia Silverstone, who was initially slated to play Stella, also seemingly wasn't thrilled by the casting and allegedly dropped out to not be overshadowed by Spears.
Ugh, as if.
Number 2, the Slapsgiving 3 Slappointment in Slap Mara scandal. The show's final season drew a lot of ire from the fan base. However, arguably no episode ignited more backlash than the one that saw Marshall deliver the slap of a million exploding suns to Barney.
As my training continued, I also learned the delicate art of Chinese painting.
That looks nothing like this bowl of fruit!
The premise follows Marshall as he meets 3 masters, all played by his friends in offensively appropriated costumes, makeup, and even accents. Fans were outraged by the disrespect to the Asian community and blamed the lack of diversity on set and among the writers.
Can you teach me how to do that?
No, I retired from teaching long ago.
Retired? You're like 32.
I am 106 years old.
What is in these noodles?
In response to the controversy, co-creators Carter Bays and Craig Thomas explained that they were trying to pay homage to kung fu movies, but apologized for their error in judgment.
Don't just slap. Like really try to aim. Look where you're slapping. That's important. And then try to slap that spot instead of some other spot.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Kobe Smulders Cancer Battle. During an interview with Women's Health magazine in 2015, the Robin actress revealed that she battled ovarian cancer during the show's 3rd season when she was just 25 years old.
Ovarian cancer is devastating and difficult to diagnose. It's often only caught in advanced stages, and 4 out of 5 women will see the deadly disease return.
She shared that she was terrified that it would leave her unable to reproduce and resorted to crazy Google searches to better understand the disease and regain control over her body.
Big deal. This way there's no one to hold me back in life. No one to keep me from traveling where I want to travel. No one getting in the way of my career.
Ultimately, the tumors were removed after a series of surgeries, and enough of her ovaries were saved. Today, she shares 2 daughters with SNL alum Taran Killam. For years, she opted to keep her battle private, but eventually decided to speak out, saying, quote, "If I can create more awareness, I'll do it."
Women with recurrent ovarian cancer had to simply watch and wait for their disease to come back.
Well, we say, not on my watch.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.